Hey, I'm here with a quick video on how dementia gives us gifts. And before you're like, Rachel, dementia gives me 0 gifts, it's horrible, what are you talking about? Please just hang on one sec and watch the video. So the first gift that I think dementia gives us relates back to something that we learn when we do improvisational comedy or improv theater. So I've been doing improv comedy for about 10 years now. And one of the first things you learn is that the person you're in the scene with, your scene partner, gives you gifts of information. So if your scene partner was to come into the scene with you and say, oh, that's a beautiful red couch that you have there. And the response would be something like, yes, I got it yesterday at this like scratch and dent place. I'm really excited about it. So you're both giving and receiving information. The wrong response would be something like, that's not a red couch, that's a blue elephant, and I've had it here in this living room for years. I can't believe you didn't notice it before, right? That would be not such a great response because there's not really too much you can do with that. Now, sometimes people do that to adults living with dementia. They'll say, well, don't you remember, I told you the other day, blah, 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 or I already talked about this, blah, blah, whatever. Dementia, people living with dementia sometimes give us gifts of information, and we want to accept that information as gold and use it to continue the conversation. So when we get a gift of information, even when it's not information that you think makes any sense or is relevant at all, right? Or related to your timeline, that's okay. Just accept that gift, add on to it, and move past it, right? We don't need to sit there and dwell on the fact that they're wrong about something that isn't happening in your reality. The second thing is I think dementia sometimes gives people gifts of forgetting pain. Not always. I've definitely had people living with dementia, clients and residents who kind of relive pain. And that is 100% true. That does happen to some people. However, most people living with dementia that I've met and families that I've met tend to, at some point in their progression, forget that a loved one has passed away. So somebody who is very, very important to them has passed away, and in good news, they forget that. And that is a good thing. That is a gift. If you can forget something that's been incredibly painful for you, what a wonderful thing, right? Like, we want to let people forget pain. That's okay. Dealing with pain is not something that someone living with dementia is going to be able to do super well, because dealing with pain takes a lot of time and a lot of focus. And that's something that being on a linear timeline isn't super easy for a lot of people living with dementia. It's just not part of how your brain works with a dementia. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you got something out of this video. Please rate and subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't reviewed my book already, when someone you know is living in a dementia care community, please do that on Amazon. Thank you, thank you, thank you.